Is the microphone? Yeah, it's working. Hey! Hello! Hello! It is I, Equinox Eterna, with another stream, another Arknights stream. This time, it is Tragodia time. Welcome to Act or Die. We, as always, are gonna be reading the story. But first, because I have not done anything with this event, we are gonna be pulling. Headhunt. I don't have a lot of pulls, and I have to save more for the doing at least one or two YOLOs for Leishi, and then it's gonna what's the name? Atu event, the Higashi Summer with Hoshigoma Alter. Hoshigoma Alter and what was the name of the goldfish idol girl? I don't remember, I forgot. But yeah, that event, we need it. So I'm gonna only do 2 pulls now, so 2 10 pulls. So wish me luck. There we go. What is this? An orange. Yeah. At least give me TP. Oh. Hello, one. Yeah. Hummus. Cutter. Fang. Rope. Yay! Live long and prosper. And a 10 pull. Let's go. Where's the emo cat? Ah! Blue bag. Well. Yep. It's over. The stream is over! No. Nah. Sadly, I wanted the cat. I wanted the emo cat. He's good. He is amazing as a crowd controller and damage dealer. But I can survive. And he's not extremely limited like someone like Exia, who I also need to spark. Fuck me, I guess. I know, I cussed in the first 10 minutes of a stream. Yeah, I'm done. It's over. I know. I don't monetize these things yet, so don't care. So, who are we gonna use this stream? Clean. First of all, Adriana. I like her Japanese voice, but I heard her English voice, and it's amazing. It's freaking amazing. So.
Monica sure has a weird taste. Did you know she thought about using things like Seer or Baker as her code name? Incandescent sounds about normal now, yeah? I hope you are not a pain to deal with like Monica, Doctor. Skadi and Spectre are atheists like me. Whenever I see them, I feel like... You know, my heart starts racing. Jeez. If this is what I think it is, maybe I should dress up.
I love my lesbian cuttlefish.
To be honest, I wasn't really interested in coming to Rhodes Island at first. After all, Monica was the one you hired, and I'm just her bodyguard. But then she didn't need one anymore, and finding a new job gets my tentacles all tied in a knot. So I decided to tag along and take my chances here.
I love her accent. So yeah, Andranita.
Canadian? I'll try my best.
Let's get Cheto. Crosslayer.
Just give me a
Because I love her.
My smoke will be their grave.
What? Can I level him up? I don't know whether I didn't. Do I have? Do I have enough? Chips. Oh yeah, I have enough. Pa pa pa. Pa. Wonderful. Precious metals. Yep, I need to start crafting. What's the name? Orionums, Origeniums. That same. Well, how many do I need? 4, right? Okay, next Folinic. Let's go back and craft this. Okay, 6. And 1 left. There we go. We have the funny looking cat. Level up. There we go. There we go.
この一歩を踏み出せば、もう戻ることも振り返ることも。
There we go. What is it? Upon deployment, 9 charges of stacking. Okay, this is the good one for IS, and this is nitrate. Upon deployment, this is the weird CC cross control one. So I'm gonna use this one. Yeah, let's level him up to... I have a lot of... Yeah, let's level him up to 60 to get a model. Yeah. Maybe I can get a module thingies. Well, the IS doesn't need a... What was it? Reduces the deployment time, including total summons, by 1 second when attacking. This effect also applies to his summons. Can summon a stronger clone with the same abilities as Phantom, but it has its own redeployment time. Its secret strategy is the clone does not take up a deployment slot, and deploying the clone will refresh Phantom skill. Can stack a skill effect up to 8 times. One deployment pushes them back slightly. Does that changes at M3 or it's always slightly with not CC? Where is it? Where is the here? Arknights Wiki, yay! Slightly. Always slightly. Okay, I guess it's short. Okay, it goes from 3 seconds to 4.5 seconds. So, Phantom. Where's your first? French.
Ceux qui évoluent dans la pénombre ne peuvent pas vous.
Oh no, French.
Est-ce que c'est là que j'entre en scène?
Okay, now what? I want to use Blemish. I haven't used it in a lot of time. And why is she speaking in French? And TV was the new one, right? Here. I don't remember it. What was her role when she appeared in season? I don't remember what they said. So, what is this? What's that? Immediately takes off. Attack range expands. Attack plus 45. Okay. And then plus 20. Attack hits 3 times in a row. Okay. Activates after taking damage, dodging that instance of physical or arts damage. Okay. I don't know which is better, but 15 seconds and a nice. If not attack for 13 seconds, dodge the next physical or arts attack. This is automatic, okay. So let's use her. Maybe not a guard, maybe a defender. Vela. I like her, she's cute. Healers! Who do I have? Rose Salt?
Yahoo! I'm pure and ready for another day's work.
And who else got? Oh, yeah. Yumi Uchiyama.
Leave me alone. I'm trying to feel my new technique.
New voice.
Aren't techniques meant to be conceived, you say? Not for me. I just need to quiet down and feel it with my heart. When the time comes, my technique will naturally unfold on my blade.
Nice accent! Holy hell!
Let's get going already. My katana is starting to rust.
And I need to put Utage to also elite to Utage. Yep. Can I promote Utage? Yeah, I can.
I guess it's time for me to get serious. Alright, let's crush the bad guys.
Yep. But you need your skin. Yeah, this one looks good, but this is better. And level her up to. She deserves a better module, because holy hell, that the module that she got is pure absolute trash. There, level 50.
Is it over?
Celebrate. Fairy, please give her a decent.
Alright, everyone. I'll be counting on your
So
orders.
two solo blades. Hmm. Let's use soda.
チームメンバーとして任務のお勉強も頑
Who
張
has got? Oh, mountain, but I don't use mountain, so I don't know. Let's pick a caster. Maybe. Ooh, I know who. Nanamizuki and Kira Buckland. Oh, this is it's a harsh decision. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Let's get to it. Let's act. Act or die, ST1. Bow and pay your respects to the eagerly awaiting audience. A fine show has already begun. To incite a death. I need to watch Twin Peaks. He leaves the bed of withered flowers. They say it's a sign of bountiful harvest, and so some walked in the embrace of night. Some shared nectar before the bonfire, and some walked hand in hand, lost together with storied birds. Shut the lips that sound the horn, he said. Close the eyes about to witness eternity, he said. Incite a young foal to pick the fruit of pain, exile an infant to arrive at joyful death. Weeds walk their own path, through tears, falsehoods, and riddles. He leaves the bed of withered flowers. He writes his epitaph into the stirring dust, waiting for the day when he gazes upon it. Does Lady Pond still just herself in her room? It's been 3 days and she's hardly touched her food. What shall we do? The way I see it, the madam is fretting over nothing. As heir to the Dupont family, Victoria's most noble lineage, she is both elegant and intelligent, and no one could fault her for choosing any of her true suitors. But that's exactly why she's so troubled. The 3 Rockefeller brothers may look like they come from the same handsome mold, but they each have wildly different personalities and occupations. When a wise scholar, a brave soldier, and a romantic poet all ask for your hand at once, can you even imagine choosing which to spend your life with? Besides, whatever choice she makes is bound to bring great pain to the other 2. Why, the very thought! The very thought of bonuses we'll get when one of those millionaires moves in. Whatever choice she makes, I hope she chooses soon. How could you be so... Cut! Director Quay? Oh no. I need this jacket. Stiff as damn statues. Well, it's just exposition anyway. Might as well cut the scene and add a few symbolic empty shots later. Let's just hope our overzealous producer lady doesn't sweet the small stuff. You have to take a break while we still make some adjustment to the script. Actually, don't bother coming back for shooting. Steven? More adjustments! More adjustments! This guy just can't make up his mind. Shh. Alright, people, we're not taking a break just yet. So shut up already! Shut up! Yes, I know we have been shooting for 2 months and everyone's tired and the place is far from the city center and there are no casinos or shopping districts here and everything of the self-service bar is in drinkable piss water. But, for better or worse, this is our last week. Time is precious and so is my film. The death of Lady Dupont is the kind of historical tragedy that they don't make in wrankwood these days, exploring Colombia's changing time through the lens of a noble woman's marriage. So I don't want it looking like some cheap cash grab when it finally hits theaters. Let's move on to the next run through. The death of Lady Pond and balcony is entry. Melanie and Michael, you're up. Whew. What's the matter, Miss Rutherford? What do you think, boy? Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have made a veteran like you wait a whole minute for me to get ready. Do you think I'm making a big deal out of nothing? Of course not. Alongside Marion Blake, you used to be one of the greatest actresses in wrankwood. Seniority, status, etiquette. Hate them as much as you like deep down, but you will respect them on my set. I'm sorry if I've offended you, ma'am. So, are we ready? I know it's not easy playing 3 different characters, but don't mix them up like you did last time. You're playing the second Rockefeller, the soldier. You are Lady Pond Manor, and have just thrown away your oldest brother's flowers and torn up your youngest brother's love letter. You are rushing into your beloved's bedroom to put your head out. Silence, please. Action! Believe me, my love, my 2 brothers could never match my feelings for you. I've heard more than enough honeyed words, Mr. Rockefeller. We are not the scion of the pond. We're a union to bring the Rockefellers no welter status in high society. Would you still? You want me. I am no schemer, and I mean every word I say. You know I'm not as smart or sensitive as my brothers. How can I hope to move you, if not through the sincerity of my feelings? And how will you prove it? I recently returned from the battlefield, where I brushed shoulders with death. When that shell burst right next to me, when I felt my body and my senses flying away, when I came close to death's door, all I could picture was your face. Your smile! You have the next line, ma'am. Despicable. Huh? What? What kind of soldier will twist his face up like you did when speaking of the battlefield? You put so much honey in your words, you could stick a fly to the ground with it. I know you have spent the last 2 months making moves on anything even vaguely female on display, but for God's sake, keep your private life off the set, boy. Not everyone will fall for a wiggle of your ears and swoosh your orange tail like that dumb blonde. Hmm? The blonde. Give me a second. Oh, Marion. The dumb blonde. Secretary? Oliveri. Marion, what are you doing here? Why wouldn't the costume designer be costume design be on set for the run-through? I need to see if the costumes are in order. Or what? Don't tell me you also believe that gossip the rest of the crew have been spreading. Right, of course, there's no problem. Moving on, Michael, your performance needs to fit the character better, or it won't come across as sincere. The second Rockefeller sincerity is the whole point. Without it, how can we possibly convince the audience that this is what pushes Lady Dupont to finally make her decision? You two can take a break while we move on to the next one. Abner? I'm here. We need an evocative transition into the next scene. Gotcha. We'll go with the plan we talked about yesterday. Also, can you stay away from that metal rack? I'm worried the screws will scratch the camera. I can tell if you're the winner of wrankwood's Best Cinematography Award or the least professional cameraman in town. Why not both? What happened to you, man? No need to make a fuss of it. As Lady Dupont and second Rockefeller's conversation fades out, the camera pans away from the balcony. It moves down the steps, across a row of portraits and antique vases, to the front hall draped with red curtains. The front door opens. The sound of wind and rain trespasses into the quiet manor. The camera follows, and a black shadow enters the frame. What the hell is that black shadow? Is it a ghost? A prop? A hallucination? Somebody's freaking pet? Do none of your idiots realize what kind of havoc an animal like this could wreak on a film set? Miss Christine! Grab it, Abner! Don't let it mess with the camera rails on the ground. With what hands? Or do you want me to smash the damned camera? It went your way, Marion. I don't have any free hands either. And I revert to the responsibility so if the costumes get wrinkled, the producer wouldn't have a fit. Someone stop it. Cut! A mysterious and elegant creature darts through the set, weaving between the wires and delicate equipment laid out over the ground. Its two tails moving this way and that as cries are heard up and down the ground. TV! Oh, hello. Stop in the background and catch that thing, Tippy. And you there, the pro painter. Her name is Moira. Moira. Forget it, Tippy. You are like way too nice, Molly. You can let people walk over you. Who cares? Just catch something. It stopped. Well, aren't you a cutie? You are even more mysterious than the monster in that horror flick I saw last night. Mind if I use you as a reference for the street scene? The mysterious and elegant creature settles onto the blue box, looking up at the two girls with what seems to be displeasure. Moira cannot help but bend down and reach out to it, but as she looks into its clear blue eyes, she feels her mind go blank. The next moment, the creature has vanished from the set. What? Finally. How could you idiots let it get away from right under your noses? Now, Marion. And the one you're mad at, no need to take it out on the newcomers. You... If you're going to argue, take it outside, or better yet, off the plate. What is this? Music? It's new? But hello, lady. Aegir, maybe? You feel like an Aegir. After all, no one expects professionalism out there. Greta. Back to work, people. I thought you'd be more upset about the shoot being delayed. I'm not that harsh, Steven. Besides, her appearance on set means we're in for a wonderful surprise when it's time to shoot. Hair? Wait, you mean that creature? Oh shit. Who else? She's the companion of a guest of mine. And her showing up means that he's finally made up his mind. He'll play the messenger who appears in the next scene. Ooh. Isn't that right, Lucien? Hello, as you wish. Miss Christine is free. None may interfere with her intentions or actions. I apologize on her behalf. Hold up, were you making a last-minute cast change? Just for some pretty boy no one's heard of? It's only a minor role, no need to feel threatened, my handsome leading man, Michael. I hope your ego and your body decays on a... Nope. I hope your face goes burned down in history as the worst villain that ever got conceived in Wrankwood. And it's not out of nowhere. Greta gave me a heads up earlier. Fine. I'm glad you have made your decision. I'm glad you have made your decision, Lucian. Film is a very different beast from a stage, so I understand why you need to take your time thinking it over. But that costume fits you so well, I was right to invite you. I guarantee you'll be the next big thing in Wrankwood. I can only hope. Well, we have delayed enough. If the actors are ready, let's get on with the run-through. I take it you got your lines down, Lucian. I could recite them backwards. Alright then, the death of Lady DuPont. Front hall is on for action. As the second Rockefeller pours his heart out to Lady DuPont on the balcony, a young messenger from afar pushes open the front door. Hello. He's welcomed by Lady Dupont's brother, who's always seemed to have a lot on his mind. Oh, for God's sake, where is Lady Dupont? Dalton! What Hitchcock has he run off this time? Digging again! Where's my coordinator? Shelly? We're here. Ooh! Thank goodness. I found him. I brought Dalton. I realized he was missing when I took a head count on the waiting area. We searched every food court, outside this bar, an outdoor rest area, anywhere that might have booze. I finally found him in some bushes by the road. Knife! I found the knife! He said he was looking for the knife prop that the messenger is supposed to kill Sir Dupont with. So, which one of you sent a drunk to go hunt down a prop? Where's the prop master, Moira? I don't know. Fine, whatever, as long as we got the prop. Custom crew, get his clothes in order. You do remember what you're playing in this scene, right? Of course, a corpse. Nobody does it better. Pathetic. What do you say? I'm sorry, but I simply can't stand people like you. You used to be the darling of wrankwood when pioneer films were in their heyday. Producers were queuing up to back you. And now you're just going to let yourself rot like mood in a pit. What do you know? Couldn't care less what you had been through, but at least show us respect of self-respect in front of the younger generation. That's one of the rules of wrankwood, too. You're playing opposite a man who's standing in front of a camera for the first time. Fine. What's your name? Lucian. You may also call me Phantom. Whatever. Sorry kid, didn't notice why your first shot. But don't worry, just follow my lead. I can play this role hammered, no problem. I'm gonna try to kill you to shut you up, cause of the news you wrote. We got the scuffling, then you grab this knife and stab me with it. It's a problem so the blade just slides into the handle. I got a blood bag in my chest pocket and it will pop with just a little pressure. Just don't get stuck on thinking when I'm going to grab the knife or you won't get in character, got it? You have read through that letter 3 times now, Sir Dupont. If there's no issue with it, please assemble everyone in the household so I can read it to them. Huh? Dalton's eyes meet the young man's, and he swallows the drunken hiccup that had reached to the front of his throat. He sees not a rookie actor on a film set for the first time, but a messenger who had come all the way from Victoria, his gaze tired but strong. The studio falls silent. Director Quay has yet to call action, but Dalton can feel his counterpart's focus, and Absner's camera points toward them. He is looking at a natural. And so he takes a deep breath. No, this is an official letter from Victoria Royal House. I can let you read it all out. If people were to hear that the DuPont bloodline is all lie, then my sister marriage to any of the Rockefeller will be called off. All that money that should have been mine, my very future, all gone in an instant, like popping a balloon. Can you just leave, boy? Pretend you were never here. I'll give you money. I'll give you all the money you want. You have no authority over me. You're just a messenger. What part of this has anything to do with you? The truth. What? True. What happens to this household has nothing to do with me. But I got something to do with the truth, sir. Even if I turn around and left right now, the truth of the Dupont family will still have kicked open your door forevermore. I have no power to take away your misfortune. All I can do is to announce it's coming, whether you're willing to face it or not. For such is my wretched fate. Dalton looks into the young man's eyes and sees the deep pain and sorrow within. Suddenly he feels like he has never been so sober. He does not need to recall his lines, they come to him naturally. Pain? Sorrow? Laughable! Who do you think you are? Dalton pulls his knife and swings it at the young man. Sir Dupont and the young messenger fight over the deadly weapon. It takes only a moment for it to change hands, their actions as coordinated as if they had rehearsed it 1,000 times. Pain? Sorrow? Laughable! Who do you think you are? I will not let you ruin that what should be mine! As I say, my only connection here is to the truth. From the noble halls of Victoria, to the ruins of Gaul, to the Basilica of Laterano, to the coastline of Iberia, I have walked all four corners of Terra, delivering the silent message of death and bearing witness to countless meaningless tragedies. The story of the Duponts is but one of them. And while I have never sought it, the truth always reveals itself before my eyes. Such is my wretched fate. Shut up! Sir Dupont desperately lunges at the young man before him. The face of the messenger has become twisted in the struggle. He notices the young man pause for an instant, then grip the knife again. The point of the knife approaches his chest. This man must have felt the weight of fate, he thinks. A lifeless body falls to the ground. Blood, rose petals, the wind and rain. Cut! Did you get all that, Abner? I think we might be able to use this take as is. Sure did! Is it really this guy's first time on camera, Steven? Greta said he used to be part of a sister troupe. Oh, a stage actor. Honestly, I'm more shocked by Dalton. I haven't seen such a convincing performance from him in ages. Get up, Dalton. We're packing up. But if you want a drink tonight, I'm buying. Dalton? Oh no. Why isn't he getting up? Check on him. Check on him, Shelly! It is as if the air has frozen. Dalton lies in front of the steps, not staring even as Shelly dashes to his side. The blood bag in his suit pocket has already run dry, but blood continues to seep from his chest. Filled with a terrifying thought, Shelly reaches out to the red liquid on the ground with a trembling hand. It is warm, sticky, and metallic. This is real blood! This is real blood! Oh, ho, ho. Entract. Those joining the show, please act your heart's content and rapture yourself in drama. Camera operators deployed on a camera's forward adjacent tails is facing it, and facing it will create a filming area in the direction the operator is facing. Lightning probe blocks filming area and requires 10 instances of damage to tear down. I see. Oh! This is a tutorial. What is this? Well, so this is what wrankwood studio plate looks like. But those people are acting kinda weird. Oh, the music is great. When a set of the filming area attacks inflict nervous impairment. Oh no, 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 no. Papu card, no. This place is making me restless. Let's hurry and collect intel. Is that a camera over there? Seems like we could use it. Operator Papu card, I'll point the camera towards you and record what's going on here. Ooh. Wow, so they don't do nervous impairment to me when they are on camera. Wonderful, I never imagined it could even wake them. Shalom, my boy. Places a lightning probe on arriving at the empty ground tile in the firing area. Oh. Look, there's a lightning probe blocking the camera. Something in the way? Sounds like a job for me. Ah, my eyes. Can reach. Eh! I fucked up.
怒ってる。
Go, Shalem, go! Nope. Yep, tutorials are the tutorials are the hardest stages. The real vertical difficulty. Hill? What was it? Curve. Difficulty curve. That's the word. Yep. Mess up. Tutorial again.
この戦いを止めたい。
Wrankwood Studio Blade looks like. Audio technician. When the shutting up to and Popper will do her best. Lightning probe. Ha! First.
水場の清掃なら得意だよ。仕事が先生怒ってる。
And here. Let's go. Attack and blocking enemies. Rapid and slow is the AoE. I prefer the scene one. Damn, we got enemies coming from outside the camera range. Easy, I can just change the camera direction. There we go. That's nice. Nice. Nice click. Oh. Here it is, for no danger remains. Well done, Doctor. Otsukaresama desu, Doctor. A dagger as heavy as your heart, memories that shall never fade, a fallen corpse. These are all silent invitations. Rehearsal day. What's this? Phantom of the studio. Despite the hellish workload on a high-pressure film set, the mysterious black shadow never fails to show up every now and again, to the point that the overwhelmed crew have started to wildly speculate who is behind it. If you can trace the whereabouts of the Phantom of the studio, they will be very grateful. What is it, really? A ghost? A prop? A hallucination? Somebody's freaking pet? Nobody knows. Miss Christine simply waves her twin tails as she languidly basks in the sunlight. Well, sorry, Philae, but this stage is for a different snake.
予想外のことが起きなければですが
We concluded that Dalton's death was an accident. The medical team is taking his body back to the central wrankwood by shore haul transport. There they will report the incident to the police. Sherry has double-checked all the probes just in case, so let's take a little break to pull ourselves together and we'll resume shooting in the afternoon. That soon? Is there a problem? Cameras and film can be replaced, but we're talking about a dead man here. We have only just whipped up the blood. How the hell does he go looking for a prop and end up with a real knife? Did someone trick that washed up drunk Arknight into looking for a lost prop himself? Or did someone put it in his hands on purpose? Hey now, let's not get carried away here. Sure, the old man was a drunk and late to the set all the time, but it's not like he had any enemies in the crew. Why would anyone go that far? Besides, it's just an ordinary knife. There are plenty of them lying around in the crew kitchen, in the convenience stores, even our own rooms. Maybe someone just mentioned it in passing to Dalton, and then he. All I'm saying is that it's suspicious, okay? Then why don't you ask Dalton yourself, Miss Detective? Look, I know you are all shocked on losing a coworker. I feel the same way, but there's something even more important we should be worrying about. We don't have much time left for the shoot. Yep, it is Hollywood. And stop staring at me with your tits, please. I'm sure you haven't forgotten that the studio's plate is kept separate from the nomadic city. While it's still controlled by the Central Command Tower, the film's crew get direct authority over certain functions, allowing us to drive outside of Central Wrankwood. And once the lease ends, the studio closes down and the plate returns to its own. But more space means more cost. According to the contract, extending the lease will result in an expensive penalty, which will be reflected in all of your paychecks. As a producer, it's my job to act in everyone's best interest and ensure the film crew can function. I agree. So do I, as both a lead actress and an investor. This detective here did remind me, though, that someone must indeed answer for this. Promaster? Yes, ma'am. It was your responsibility to manage the props, and you have clearly neglected it. Even your intern was on set before you. I'm sorry, ma'am. Apologies won't cut it, darling. You're fired. I suggest looking for a new job before your plate gets too far from the city. And whatever you're about to say, save it. You're getting off easy and you know it. You're in charge of the prop team now, Moira. Me? The cutie got an ascension? Promotion! Can I just take you with me to Rhodes Island? I know there are assassins on the deck, but it's safer than Hollywood, if you know what I mean. It's not like there's half of the fauna that there's. No, there's not even a tenth of the fauna of the real criminals that are running around in Hollywood, anyways. In Brandwood, nah. A slip of my tongue. So please, I give you a headbutt. Me? Or you could live with your former boss, but I trust you're smarter than that. As for you, Steven, it's time to get your act together. We both agree that the death of Lady Dupont lacks a strong ending. You were supposed to submit the final script for those scenes last week. The shooting is almost cocked up with what's written. I have my hands full directing, okay? This crew doesn't exactly inspire confidence, you know? So you still haven't found inspiration? Yeah. It's your own original script, darling. Your baby. It serves you the very best ending. That's my biggest concern as well. In the end, which of the Rockefeller's boy kills Lady DuPont? Where, how, what are her last words? The ending will determine the quality of the whole film. She needs a good, proper death to kickstart the revival of my career in Wrankwood. That's the only reason I have poured my entire fortune into this project. God will come find me. What? In literary criticism, we often say that inspiration is like a god descending upon the author, using him as a vessel to write about death and reverse destruction and hope. Anyway, don't worry, I'll finish the story. Good, then you're dismissed. So, get to work. Mrs. Stone! Mrs. Stone! I need to talk to you about something. It's important. I know what you want to say, Shelly, but now is not the time. I have to go check on Lucian. This is his first film and his first day on set, and something this serious happens. I can't have him running away on us, now can I? As for whatever you're thinking, you're overthinking it. I like your face, but I like your horns, ma'am. I'm in charge of the whole prop team. Oh my gosh, congrats, Molly! I mean, it's a shame about Dalton. May he rest in peace, but still, I'm happy for you. A man just died today in the studio. in front of your eyes. I know it's Terra, and I know it's Colombia. They don't care much about lives more than money and tech and numbers. But please, be a little bit concerned at least. I've been working here in wrankwood for way longer than you have, but I'm still stuck doing backgrounds while you just got the chance of a lifetime. Life really is like a box of chocolates, huh? That's because you always put so much of yourself into your work. The art director isn't comfortable letting you handle more. But I'm just a girl from the Pioneer Zone who's good with her hands and came here looking for a job. Can I really do this? If the producer says you can, you can. She's never wrong about people. Your sister will be happy, won't she? You came to Wrankwood because of her, right? You have to tell her you have been promoted to prop master. I'll call her after we clock out. Mrs. Stone put her trust in me, so I have to do this right. That's my girl. You're already sounding the part. I bet in just a few days you won't even have the time to watch horror flicks with me anymore. TP. She's so cute, I want her to bite my neck and rip apart my throat. Stop walking in front of me, Shelly. We already checked the storyboard 3 times and the equipment 5 times. I started to produce it that I wouldn't lose another set of cameras. Now, can you stop glaring at me like that? Do you think it was really... What was that? Speak up! Do you think Dalton's death was really just an accident? Does it seem strange to you? Don't know, don't care. I lost count of how many times I had to work overtime because that has been got lost in a birdcage. God riddance. It wasn't like that 5 years ago. No shit, he was at the top of the world, starring in Greta and Steven's next big thing, saying, "How could I forget that when we were both there?" That's the weird part. I saw a lot of familiar names and staff lists during the planning meetings, and when I saw your face, I got the city feeling like we were back 5 years ago, witnessing that young actress death again. Doesn't it all seem a little similar? How so? One was a fall, the other was a prop mix-up. You're overacting, Shelley. I'm telling you, I'm not crazy. Now I remember. Dalton was the one most responsible for the accident. Judgment has come. Someone came for him. Just stop already. Stop scratching your arm and stop coming up with this nonsense. I told you, if what happened still bothers you that much, get therapy and stay away from the set. We're just ordinary Joes shooting crap movies for a living. Nobody gives a flip about us. Shelley? Do you hear me, Shelley? I hear it. I hear it. Something is coming. Coming for us. Oh. Picture the position and angle of the stab in your mind. Near the bottom right of the abdomen is a gap between vital organs, rich in blood supply but not immediately lethal. You can feed off the blood of others and let it herald the climax that is to come. Or you can move the point of the knife up and penetrate the thorax. The lungs are fragile and offer no resistance. Your target will drown in both his own blood and your animated monologue. Raise your dagger, boy. Sing back to the segments we have rehearsed. You have done well. There is only one step to go. Stab! Let the point of the knife know how it feels to steer the organ and sever blood vessels, and let it listen to the sound of the heart beating. Are you afraid? How ordinary. ¿Ahora Panther? No. He's not afraid. He just doesn't understand. He's still not willing to practice stabbing. He hasn't spoken a single word since he took up the dagger. Go prepare for tomorrow's performance. I will instruct him myself. I see. Understood. Do you find the dagger heavy? Yes. But its weight does not come from the metal. not from the ornaments. It comes from your heart. Do you understand? The boy's hair covers his eyes. He nods in silence. White Flower doesn't realize you have learned so quickly. You are waiting for her to provide answers she cannot give you. Listen to me, child. The troop leader holds Lucian's little hands on his own. His smile is warm and gentle, but his iron grip permits no refusal. Lucian can feel his stiff fingers begin to relax. Forget the techniques that the wildflower's been trying to teach you. You have no need to imitate any form or any method of stabbing. There is no dagger without blood on it, nor crossbow that is not fired. Just hold them. They are not props. They will tell you what to desire. Let them guide you. Do not doubt them, even if they point you towards someone you never expected. A friend, a lover, even yourself. Perhaps even me, standing before you now. You have no hesitation. Stab. Give it a try. Try it. Try it. Then you and I. What roles are we playing? If we are forgetting the techniques, then forget the characters of the script as well. They are simply the medium of Cedar, not Cedar himself. Lucian grips the knife. The troop leader lets go of his hand and kneels in front of him, so that their gazes are almost level. But we are too close to each other. Are you afraid you'll hurt me? It's alright, Charles. Forget even that feeling. You will immerse yourself in Caesar and touch upon his beauty. Gazing at the troop leader, Lucian finds himself overcome with doubt. Is this really the first time he has seen the man? He does not understand what he is saying. He begins to doubt whether the feline before him even exists at all. Lucian can feel his own heart throbbing. The heartbeat never lies. The heartbeat knows the answer. How should he ask it? The troop leader smiles, encouraging him wordlessly. The answer is obvious. Without hesitation, Lucian trusts. Did you feel it? Lucian's hands are trembling. He feels them grow weak, almost letting go of the dagger. The troop leader has not moved an inch, not even a flicker of expression. Lucian is certain his knife found its mark on the man's body. He heard the sound, felt the pain that should not have belonged to him, a strong, willful pain. He had been silent since he came to the troop. Now thought the pain makes him want to sing. This is your first lesson. All stories leave behind only certain emotions. Or the troop leader pauses. Lucian cast a questioning glance amid those golden eyes. A bond so tight it cannot be broken. You're not a actor. You should study with me. Think about it, then come and find me. I will never be an obstacle to you, Lucian. 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 Lucian looks down at his hands. The blood on his gloves has been washed away, but he remembers the feeling of taking Dalton's knife out of his hands. Fascination, revelry, the complex emotions he felt when he was taught to use a dagger for the first time. Forget complicated assassination techniques, ignite the ego with intense emotion until all that is left is two souls staring at one another. Let life converge upon the knife and truth of falsehood, and bestow upon the target the perfect ending. Death. Come in. Lucian? Madame Stone. You look pale. Are you alright? Rehearsal day! Victoria, a modern nation ruled by the dragon.
Push the smoke and don't get separated.
Shall we? I don't have vanguards! Yay!
Les acteurs ne sont que les marionnettes d'un scénario.
Wonderful. Cut.
Je suis avec vous.
There we go. Celos Extra can only be blocked by allies inside the filming area.
I've been waiting.
I need to listen to her battle.
I've been waiting to slay. I've been waiting to slay. I've been waiting to slay. I'm here.
私の出
Yay!
Good here.
半歩だって引かない
Now.
I've been waiting.
Ikuso, she said. It's the second time I heard.
I'm here.
Yeah, I know you're there.
I like to listen to some music.
Okay.
Here,
Boom,
I will
boom, boom.
I'm here.
Clean.
戦に祈りを光あれ
Boom. Doesn't need to be blocked. Even better, it would be even better if she doesn't block it. Blemmy is very soft after all. For your friends joining us for the first time, if you are here for exquisite Japanese calligraphy or rare Sargonian treasures, I suggest you save yourself some time and leave now. Yes, here is a script auction unique to wrankwood, where unfinished ideas, drafts, and the associated copyrights are up for sale. As such, unlike a traditional auctions where anything put up must have its authenticity verified, we offer no guarantees as to the value of the items. Whether it has marketing potential or artistic value, whether it will become wrankwood's next timeless classic or a forgotten flop. That is for you and you alone to decide. To protect intellectual property of the items and the action, you're asked to put away your terminals and turn off any recording equipment. And without further ado, allow me to introduce the first item. The Death of Lady DuPont. A story of love and hatred taking place in Colombia, involving two blue blood families in changing times. Biting starts at 100,000 gold certificates. 100,000 gold certificates. I hate the Hollywood. 100,000. We have a bid for 100,000 for the gentleman in the back. 150,000 for the 150,000 for the pretty young lady on my left. And it's 150,000 going once. 150,000 going twice. 600,000. Miss Stone, are you here to ruin my auction? Placing such a high bid for the first item will only make the rest of it seem like an afterthought. Stop staring at me with both of your four eyes. I have no interest in slowly inching up the price. I simply bid what it's worth to me. I understand that it's your style to gamble lavish on scripts, but think of your finances. Didn't quite a few of your recent films flop? Are you sure it's wise to spend so much? I can afford your fee. Smack that hammer of yours, old friend. You have a rather talented young man here, and I'm eager to have a conversation with him. Whiskey, please, no ice. Would you like one too, my friend? Hello, Phantom. My doctor has advised me to refrain from drink. That accent. Are you from Sargon? Interest. Oh, no. It's using a Sargonian accent. Okay. The stern, solemn complexion of yours could not be more Victorian. I have read the sons of Sargon. But I was indeed born in Victoria. Switching in languages like this, and your accent are flawless. But friend, I can see your habits. Those aren't the only two countries you're familiar with. I have been to Bolivar, Syracuse, Litani, and Beleton, and now wrankwood. That's the time capital of Terra. Pleasant weather and lots of sunshine. The perfect place to shoot movies. So what brings you here? Research? Pleasure? Or perhaps you like everyone else who came to seek fame and glory, most of whom end up at the extras market, fighting over bit rolls to make ends meet. I'm looking for someone. I have tracked shadow across many lands over the span of many years. Oh? Who? Who? I know all the film crews, whether they work downtown or on the nomadic plates. Maybe I could be of help. That won't be necessary. I see. Fair enough. What a shame too. If there's nothing else. My name is Redstone. I'm a producer here at wrankwood, a rather well-known one in the industry, if I might add. I took you for the son of some noble or a film school student who came to try your luck, and I was hoping to invite you to join my film crew. Everyone who comes to wrankwood script auction tends to have a passion for artistry, and I must admit you have a rather unique aura about you. I was once an actor for a small theater troupe in Victoria. I knew I was right. You were born for the silver screen. But I suppose that's all mood if you have other business to attend to. I guess I'll be going home empty-handed. Can I see the script? Of course. This rough draft is just a starting line. I'll give it the time and power and money it needs to become a masterpiece that will leave its mark on cinema history. I'm not guaranteed that you'll shine, even with just a minor role in a single scene. I also wouldn't worry about your little health issues. wrankwood has special protections in place for affected actors, so long as you pay for proper insurance. You may call me Lucian, Madam Stone. I will consider your proposal. Let me apologize again, Lucian. This is your first time working on a film, and you signed the contract after careful consideration. You deserved to experience the joy of cinema I promised you. But who could have imagined such a terrible accident happening on your first film shoot in wrankwood? I understand that you need some time to process things. I'll have Shelley reschedule your next scene. But I'm afraid there's no way to cancel your contract and leave the cast now. The plate has already moved beyond the range of short-haul transports, and won't return until the lease expires. I'm not leaving, and there's no need to reschedule. Are you sure? Trauma like that could easily affect your performance, let alone your daily life. I'm no stranger to surprises on the stage. Performing on a stage like you are used to definitely has more unpredictability than front of a camera. Still, they are just plays. Plays. Perhaps. The mysterious and elegant creature once again shows up by Lucian's feet, grabbing herself against the feline calves, seemingly oblivious to Greta's presence. Are you sure you don't need rest, Lucian? I wouldn't mind letting you enjoy Miss Christine's company a while longer. She's looking forward to the next part of the story, as I am. You're much calmer about this than I expected, but I suppose it would be tactless of me to say anything more. I'll see you on the set tomorrow. Lucian. The mysterious and elegant creature grooms her fur, then gazes at Lucian, as thought deep in thought. Miss Christine. Her two tails sway freely in the air, drawling blurry shadows. She floats up and orbits Lucian's shoulders, perhaps observing, perhaps savoring. Finally, the beautiful creature sits upon Lucian's knees, placing one paw on his forehead. Lucian feels a comforting warmth. Tart, astringent. Lucian hears a mysterious voice in the empty room. He does not bother looking for its source, instead gazing into Miss Christine's eyes, still as a statue. He knows she's projecting these words into his mind. Stealth and silence are your ways of avoiding trouble. You rarely talk unless necessary. The way emotions taste as bad. It's not a bad flavor. I like trying new things, even if they are not always to my taste. What are you thinking about? The long-winded snake could not have incited such complex emotions. Oh, it's a Pythia! Okay. One of many memories of my life in the troop. Yep, Lucian needs to be more edgy voiced. The troop leader saw that I was a fast learner and personally instructed me in the use of weapons. When I held that knife in my hands, I felt exactly the same as I did that day. Then I understand the spiciness and the sweetness of the aftertaste. The conflicts and struggles you experience at the troop, those things human call pain and tragedy, have been transformed into an alluring meal. I like it. Even after killing him, I continued to search for him. The remaining troop cultists, the strange rumors in remote villages, and that suspicious mark. Along the way, I have been trying to verify a hypothesis that has been floating in the back of my mind. That perhaps he has come back to life. The story that the snake has filled me has quite a strange flavor, one that is most addictive. Thank you for reminding me. While flipping through the script, I saw the twin-faced seal of the troop engraved in the gaps within the pages. What seems coincidence for the characters is always deliberately the sign of the author. Madame Stone, seemingly unrelated to the troop, has become our guide. Yet I was still not certain. The riddles he left behind are mixed with lies and half-truths, as we know only too well from the past 10 years. That is, until Dalton died by my blade today, and my memories of the past were awakened by the familiar sensation. This is an invitation from him. I think we have come to the right place, Miss Christine.
ランクウッドの戦争映画もこれにはかなわないよ。
Rehearsing a tragedy. Luke, stepping to the bed of death, they begin walking towards their predestined endings. There we go. Again, no vanguards. Shall we? Forget your poor brother and elope with me, Lady Bond. Come to your senses, Second Rockefeller. You heard the messenger. There is no Lady Dupont. The nobility, elegance, indulgence, everything you love about me is but dust in the wind. I am not worthy to be your wife. Not yours, not your brother's. I still love you, even with a Dupont name. It was your brother, the dead man, who had been using you all this time. You're an innocent victim in all this deception. Don't blame yourself. But the reception hall is filled with guests come to pay their respects. The name Dupont might be an illusion, but it would not be appropriate for me to leave this house right in front of them. Don't worry, my love. I know a way to leave this manor now. Be free of this family conflicts forever. How? Have you forgotten? I'm a soldier. Look! This is... I made this wire from materials I found in the storage room. It will take us from the balcony, across the garden, and into the forest behind the manor. Come with me. To a place where wealth and status don't matter. Oh, my dear soldier, your methods are so crude. But your pulley gets stuck. We will be hanging in there for hours until someone finds us, or the rope would snap, sending us plummeting into the forest. Trust me, it's very safe. I will never let any harm come to you. Is it? I think I'm going to fall. No! Hanging wires, pulleys, falling. Someone just fell! Call the ambulance, now! There's blood everywhere, then just stand there, Shelly. She feels a chill run up her spine. She cannot move even her fingers. The sound of fraying cords pulls at her nerves. What on terror happened? An accident caused by an aging wire rig, and the case is closed, just like that? Someone died! No, the two accidents were not alike. Dalton died from a stab wound, while the actress from 5 years ago died from a fall. She hears that ominous sound again. Where is it coming from? Shelly? Shelly! Get away from there! The container's about to fall! Fall? Shelly looks up in a daze. The container hanging in midair is coming closer and closer. As though she's the only one hanging in midair and she's about to fall. As it fills her vision, a shadow appears next to her, and a pair of strong hands grab her by the shoulder. Ooh! Shelly feels the world spin. By the time she comes to her senses, she's standing on the other side of the set, safe and sound. Lucian, thank you. You can let go now. Oh, sorry, not you. Moira, yes, you can let go now. Alright. Only then does Shelly see the small frame of the rope master, grabbing the rope connected to the container with all her might, her arms trembling and her face red. Only when Lucian repeats his words does she slowly release it. You are too on edge. It is my job as a prop master. What happened? We should be asking you that. Sure, these containers are getting old and need to be checked to ensure the ropes don't get loose, but are you out of your mind? Not only did you interrupt the shoot by screaming out of nowhere, you didn't even budge when that thing was about to fall on you. What could have spooked you like that? This is your first time seeing a white rig or what? No, seeing Melanie and Michael brought back memories of that fall 5 years ago. Go take a break, Shelly. You're getting in the way of the shooting. Leaps over a pro box. Brushes against Lucian. No, I mean, I was just spooked by that mysterious black creature running around over there. Sorry, please continue. Happily switches tails. The cat is not happy. You know, Shell is not half bad looking. But she's always so jumpy and it makes me uneasy. A shame the scene was interrupted. I was just getting into my role. Getting into your role. You ought to be thanking her for interrupting that take because I was about to chew your head off. Your delivery, your posture, your expressions. We have been at this for 2 months and you have shown no sign of improvement. That rookie could act circles around you on his first day in front of the camera. I thought I told you to keep your private life off the set. It will seem Greta was wrong about you. It was a mistake to give the leading role to a pretty boy who gets cast from the color of his hairs alone. And 3 different roles in the same film, no less. You're right. But sudden modesty. Normally, you'd be coming up with all sorts of flippant excuses by now. I was just thinking about poor old Dalton. I don't have anywhere near the experience, and Shelley's close call just now has left me a little shaken. Be professional. Accidents, failures, bad reviews. You'll never make it in wrankwood if you let little things like that affect you. I could learn a lot from you in that regard. I heard you were standing right behind Marianne when she swept the wrankwood awards with a field complete in just 28 days. And that after coming home empty-handed and being ridiculed by the press, you went back to the set very same day to continue shooting. I have quite ages ago if I had to compete with a superstar like that. And what's that supposed to mean? Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. You have just been so calm in the face of Dalton's death, and I wanted to know your secret. That's all, I swear. Secret? There's no secret. It's only because I didn't know him that well, and it had nothing to do with his accident. You, Todd. Why is his death affecting you so much? Were you involved in it? Could it all be a coincidence? Am I just imagining things? Should I see a psychiatrist? You shouldn't use Miss Christine as an excuse. Who's there? She wasn't where you say she was, and would have run away in a way that will disturb you. Please apologize to her on my behalf. I will. What is it that you're so afraid of? What I'm not afraid of after that accident on set 5 years ago. I know that look. Curiosity. I mean, I can tell you. It's not exactly a secret. You could find out with just a little digging. Her name was Laura. She was a rookie actress in wrankwood who caught Greta's eye. Extremely passionate about her work, but knew nothing about the unspoken rules of the business. Dalton was already an alcoholic at the time, but he was still a big name. He decided to put her in her place by adding extra scenes to keep her in a wire rig for 6-7 hours, until the wires broke and she fell to her death. The way the blood spread out from under her, it was just like what happened to Dalton. Lucian looks at Shelley's arm. There are marks of self-harm all over it, signs of the impact the incident has had on her. Shelley pulled down her sleeves, her face filled with anxiety. But I can take care of my own problems. You are underestimating those problems. This will only become more frequent. Those fears, only similar sounds would trigger the hallucinations. But now, even the sound of a chair being dragged can take you back into the past. Yes, answer the concern, Dr. Lucian. I have dealt with these wicked voices in my head for 5 years. I'm nothing better than anyone. All I can do is outrace them. Do as much as I can before fear and irrationality take over. Maybe Dalton's death really was just an accident. But either way, I have to eliminate any possible risk, any possible threat to prevent that accident from 5 years ago from happening all over again. Even if the threat is coming from the field crew itself. There's something else you're concerned about? Greta's hiding something. We share an office. I saw a strange document on her desk before the plate left Central Wrankwood. She stopped me when I was about to open it. The riddles just keep piling up. But everyone I know who was there back then and went through the same thing would rather not bring it up. No way we can talk about this with each other openly. And now I'm being constantly interrupted by the voices and hallucinations. Pain can mitigate them. What did you say? I said pain. It won't rid you of your anxiety or panic attacks, but it will give you time to breathe, to do what you really want to do, and solve the unsolved mysteries. The voices and shadows hide in tiny corners, impeding and distracting you as you try to find yourself. Pain is one form of resistance. Two fingernails alone might not be enough. The tip of a pen or a knife with the proper application of force, any sharp object can be of help. The tongue, the back of the hand, the top of the thigh, those areas are more sensitive to pain. You're a weird guy, you know that. But you sound like you know what you're talking about with hallucinations. Have you ever had to calm yourself like that? Who are you? Pain is a form of mitigation. Strange whispers, strange sights. Except, unlike Shelley, the problem he faces is not the fear of these things, but the desire for them. Lucian hasn't returned to Virginia phonograph yet. Nope. He must be anxious. Didn't White Flower say he had trouble sleeping? Too much superficiality and his ecstasy and anguish. He doesn't understand more complex, more extreme emotions. It limits his performances. But he's young, with a rush. It's been 6 or 7 years since Lucian joined. With his beautiful voice, he was considered as a rising star at first, until they instructed him personally. But he's hit a wall now that he's finally in a lead role. Listening to those records won't solve anything. Ooh la la. Emotions are an actor's weapons. The first step is to understand them. Masters say your ecstasy and anguish are merely superficial. That imitation will only compromise your perception of complex emotions. But how? Despair. True despair will cost you what you hold most dear, yet at the same time open a new door. You will listen to the whispers you have never listened to, witness everything you have never witnessed, and understand all the emotions that you've never understood. You shall become drama itself, the mirror of all things. Like this. Lucian destroyed his own voice. Virginium pours into the wound, and he is inundated in pain and despair. Blood. It's alright, Lucian. I'm here. What happened? So, this is... Did you do this to yourself, Lucian? Do you remember my last performance? Or rather, assassination? I failed. They called me a pathetic coward. I'm no longer a favored son of the arts. I don't care about being isolated or scorned because my heart has already left the troop after that performance. But I stayed because we came from the same place. Because we're friends. You promised you wouldn't be like them. Master was right. No, I'm scared of this troop and of who you are now. In any case, it will be even more effective than you expect. I just hope I never need to use that trick of yours. Rehearsing a tragedy.
Let's go! 外にどんな特別な景色があるか見に行こう。
Easy. Nope. Not now.
It's all you deserve.
Wonderful. Yay.
Cousin Dot. いざ出陣 I've been 反抗する意志らも叩き切ってくれるわ。
クイーンが指先に集まる。
There we go. And a little Shalem over there. Started prop technician.
あまりにも多すぎます。
ライブスタート。
Yep.
I'm here. My katana knows its targets.
ゲームの進行
Let me click, damn it.
Enemy unaware for now.
Look at it.
私の出番
Look
か
at
な。
Sora.
Breathe. Forward.
私の出番。
Ha! The actors are all puppets of the screen.
seront punis.
Of the script. On the screen? Maybe.
My katana knows its target.
Mission accomplished.
Right now. It is late at night. Muffled sounds and suppressed screams can be heard from the program, which should be empty at this hour. In a dark corner, the faceless faces of mannequins are illuminated by flashing lights. Tippy cowers into a sofa, hugging a cushion tightly. The knife-wielding killer laughs maniacally, whose blade reflecting the bright white lights, interpreting inexistent. Yeah! Yeah! What a classic! That's one of my favorites. It may be a small budget production for 30 years ago, but it stands up perfectly well to today's films. Watching horror movies really does help left out steam. I feel better already. Thanks for the invitation tip. Like, doesn't it feel better to just scream it all out? I know you didn't mean to interrupt the shoot. You were just on edge. Yeah, I wouldn't say it solved my issues, but at least I can forget about them for tonight. What are we watching next? How got everything? Horror Night has just begun. Hey, what's your series, Molly? Didn't you like the movie? I was just thinking. The knife looked like a little too thin. I think it have had more impact with a more intricate design, like blood groups on the side of the blade. I'll work and not play makes Molly a dull girl. Don't have that work brain already. Have you been spending too much time with Shelly? Hey there, Mr. Lady. What you doing there? The beautiful creature gets between the two girls, stretches and sits in front of the sofa. Clever girl. Looks like she really likes us. Molly, you wanna watch a movie together? But it will be scary, so don't say I didn't warn you. Whose terminal was that? Molly? Not mine. Sorry, I got to go. She looked really pale. Do you think Mrs. Stone is pissed at her about what happened today? Let's try to be there for her tomorrow too. She looks really tired. Yeah. Alright, fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy movie night. This one won Best Design. The background, props, and weapons are all really cool. The screen lights begin flashing again. Immersive the two girlies see another horror story. Neither of them notice that Mary Christine is nowhere to be seen. Oh ho! Ah. Shelly, I thought you were watching movies with Tip. What's the rush? The overly friendly man noticed that Shelly is clutching her terminal in her right hand. Ah, I see. A sudden invitation to a date? Well, try to not look so green when you're there. I'm sure he'd rather see a smile. It's none of your business. Your lips are trembling. You're cold, or maybe afraid. You poor thing, you're still shaking about Dalton's accident, aren't you? Just like me. Don't worry, with you as coordinator, I'm sure everything will go just fine. Come on, let me give you a hug. You could use the warmth. What do you mean, just like me? I couldn't hear an ounce of fear in that trashy pickup line. Have you completely forgotten what happened 5 years ago? Well, I haven't, because I'm not hairless like you. Don't forget, you're not free from blame for that accident either. So he was there too. The light abruptly turns on in the office on the second floor. On one desk, the papers are tidily filled away in folders with hardly any sign of use. On the other, notices are scattered all over, covered in editing marks as though the writer is troubled by something. A tall figure searches around the desk, making not a single sound with his little and nimble motions. Here. The shredder has been used recently. Lucian opens the waste bin and picks up several strips of shredded paper that feel different from the others, different from the writing paper normally used to be used by the film crew. 3 months university, environmental monitoring, signed Greta. The unusual document that Shelley mentioned. He feels a slight push on his shoulder, seemingly in affirmation, but there is no one else in the room. Welcome back, Miss Christine. You have been taking more walks lately. Did something here catch your eye? This place is more interesting than expected. Indeed. I have discovered something unexpected myself. Don't overthink this, Shelley. You're only here to see who's playing the sick joke. You saw that number becoming buried with your own eyes. It can be. Shelley tries her best to calm down. The fear and anxiety she had briefly forgotten while watching the movie now takes over again. Go to the warehouse and atone for your sins. The terminal screen glows in the quiet warehouse, showing the name of the sender. A name that is familiar, yet impossible. Laura. Who's there? Stop playing games! I know I'm not hearing things this time. What the hell do you want from me? What do you know? There is no answer. The darkness shallows all sound in the old warehouse. She hears the tiny buzzing of electricity. A light suddenly comes on above a distant shelf. As eerie as it is enticing, Shelley cannot help but walk toward it. Shelley? Laura? Is that you? Once again, Shelley starts trembling. She cannot tell if the sound came from deep within the warehouse or from inside her own head. She walks forward in a daze. It is as she has returned to that set 5 years ago, where the tragedy occurred. Shelley! I just got another scene and I need a white rig. Can you prepare it for me? Arrogant. Cookie, proud. How dare you, a fresh face in wrankwood. Mr. Dalton said the director signed off on it. Dalton, still a star at the time, wanted to teach you a lesson, but you thought he was helping you. Are you happy with how it turned out? Is he not here? I have spent hours up in this rig. My knees and elbows are probably bleeding by now. Can you please ask them for me, Miss Shelley? I'm just a coordinator. All I can do is prepare the equipment and the rig, make sure they are safe. Well, did you? Shelley arrives before the shelf. The light shines up on a black dust bag. She knows what is inside. Don't open it, Shelley. Don't. Inside is an all-wire rig set. The hook and setter are badly worn, and the harness is frayed. There are dark spots on the black cloth. Laura's blood. No! You can't possibly know! You're just a hallucination! You can't be alive! Right. Pain. Ever happened? Yeah. How pathetic. Why are you still here? Why didn't it work? Was the incident 5 years ago an accident or a murder? An accident! It was an accident! It was a tragic accident that only happened because Dalton had a grudge against you. Then why didn't you check my rig? Why? Because I hated you. I hated your selfishness and arrogance. I hated that you made a mess out of the shooting schedule and affected everyone with your unreasonable demands. I was having what Dalton decided to teach you a lesson. I was checking the white rig as usual and noticed that it was due for replacement. Then a little thought crossed my mind. What if an accident happened and you were gone forever? Wouldn't that be even better? Ah! Still in a trance, a hand pushes Shelley over. She hears the sound of coolant flowing through the pipes and frost cracking beneath her. She realized that she had stumbled into the cold storage at the end of the warehouse. But what can she do? Bang on the door? Shout? She has no strength left to struggle. The fear is gone. She feels completely relaxed. I had pity for you, but you were as culpable, as guilty as everyone else. Death has answered all her questions.
C'est terminé. La victoire n'est pas douce, parce que le conflit a toujours un goût amer.
Doesn't Shalem have... She's wrong.
Phantom and I certainly have our similarities in what we've been through. Though now he pursues, I hope we may resolve this peacefully. To kill and to be killed. To do battle.
Sengmo.
Far too many plays have been played
No!
these days. And may this end as swiftly as can be. The path you all now walk bears not one hope. Surely your skulls would be mesmerizing to see.
Come on, give me a better performance.
解決できるといいですね。殺し合い、紛争。こういったテーマの演目は一刻も早く終わりますように。あなた方が今歩んでいる道には、あなた方の頭蓋骨もきっと美しいのでしょうね。
I don't know. I don't know. I prefer the Japanese one. I think I prefer the Japanese one. Yeah.
ご安心ください。人に合わせるのは得意です。予想外のことが起きなければ
Wait.
ですが。
Why are you not wearing your suit? Oh, Crimson Diamond.
Est-ce que c'est là que j'entre en scène?
Shelly's dead. What? First Dalton, no Shelly. What's going on here? I said, Shelly's dead. What's with that dawn? Anyway, thanks for coming to inform us that another accident occurred. We are shocked too. The last person she met before she died was Michael. Don't make baseless accusations, Tip. She was watching movies with you and Moira. I heard all about it. Exactly, she was with us, but left part of the way through after she got a message. Molly and I didn't ask, and we didn't go with her, but maybe we should have. Which is why we need to find out exactly what happened. So I asked around, and someone saw her with you at the studio near the warehouse. I just bumped into her. She looked distracted. I thought she might be feeling guilty about interrupting the shot, so I offered to comfort her. How was I supposed to know she would take her own life? Comfort her? In an empty studio, just the two of you. Come on, babe, you know you are the only girl for me. Just shut up already. So did you really kill Shelly? Two accidents in as many days? And not just accidents, fatalities. Of all the film crews in wrankwood, how did I end up in this one? Just my rotten luck. Oh, come on, you blame your luck. Oh, come on, you blame your luck whenever a can of paint gets spilled, whenever a shadow dashes across the studio floor, and when the intercity net has a bad signal. Well, I say this is our big break. Do you even realize how much Devlers will pay for a first-hand account from a witness? Now, would you excuse me? I need to go make sure I remember every last detail of Shelly's corpse. Could you not? And we still have work to do, said. You go first, Houghton. I have notes to take. Yep. Wrankwood, true and true. Nobody cares of a body unless it's to make fame and money. This is a hell of your own making, and I hope it gets colder the closer you are to the 9th level. Amner said Shelly has been out of sorts for a while now. Did the shock of Dalton's death drive her to suicide? Sounds plausible, but it's not much of a story. If there's more to it than it meets the eye, then I wouldn't have to worry about rent for half a year. Why should I be holding up mix just to make ends meet? Huh? This is the medical team. She died from hypothermia. It was with all these wounds on her left palm. Yikes, that's creepy. It is some kind of occult ritual. Not a ritual, but the sign of a struggle against herself. A struggle? Isn't everyone saying she walked into the cold storage from stress? Could there really be a dark secret to this? Oh! Lucian! Where did you came from? I didn't hear you at all. I suggested that she fight her hallucinations with pain. She had been hearing echoes of the past, but wanted to finish her work and bring this movie to a satisfactory conclusion. She wouldn't have taken her own life out of despair. The self-inflicted wounds on her hand are proof of that. This time, however, the pain was not enough for her to escape. That stubborn, neurotic, and paranoid Shelley actually listened to you. Now that's hard to believe. But it sounds like you knew her well, Lucian. Not especially. Are you kidding me? I killed Sherry just because she rejected me. Babe, do you even hear what you're saying? Tip, you said she left because she got a message, right? I noticed her holding her terminal too, so whoever sent that message must have killed her, right? And you're saying it wasn't you? I also like an explanation, Michael. The terminal was damaged by the call, making it impossible to retrieve the logs, but everyone on the field crew was given the same company-issued model. There shouldn't be anyone but crew members on the contact list. And what's that supposed to prove, detective? It could just as well be Greta or Melanie. They sure weren't happy with how she interrupted that shooting day. Maybe one of them decided to give her a piece of her mind. Shelley and Greta are glued at the hip when working, giving them plenty of opportunities to deal with anything unexpected. And Melanie is a stickler for the rules and etiquette of the industry. She always respects the crew's schedule and will never disturb a coworker when they are off the clock. The only clue we have is that she was with you right before she died. Look, I don't know who sent her that message either, okay? I just ran into her at the studio. At that hour when you normally be drinking from the girls with the art team or in Marion's room. Aren't you usually busiest at night? So why did you go back to the filming area, Michael? Oh, my lovely little birthday, aren't you jealous you haven't had your chance to drink with me yet? Well, you have plenty of chances when you grow up. So you came to the studio for whatever unknown reason when you ran into Shelley, who had left the prop room to meet someone else. If all you did was offer a few words of comfort, why won't you give me a straight answer? You really have nothing to do with her, Dad. What? After working every stupid little odd job in wrankwood, from cleaner to stagehand, as set decorator or background painter, now you're playing at being a detective? Or did Shelley become an honorary member of your little sisterhood with Moira after watching a single horror flick together? Give me a break. How many times had she yelled at you for those scribbles you call work? You're hardly friends. I don't see why you're coming after me now. And you think there's a culprit behind every accident? Maybe all those movies have rotted your brain. In the 2 months I have known Shelley, she almost never smiled or praises anyone's work. Sure, I got more criticism than anyone. I have had to put in a ton of overtime to make a background. We were both happy with this. But I also seen the joy on her face when she was checking the film at the end of each day. And she could catch all the obscure movie references snuck into my backgrounds. If she was in so much pain that freeing herself of it like this seemed like the best option, then I'll just have to accept that. But if someone else was messing with her feelings and taking away her chance to enjoy the movie she loves so much, then I'll never forgive them. I really did run into Shelley by chance. I went to the studio to see someone. See someone? Can anyone corroborate that? Hi, it was me. Molly? Michael came to see me last night. Molly, goddammit. I have bad taste. Were you close to her? I simply empathized with her pain. She needed to stay lucid, so did I. A mysterious curse or a love turned to hate. Which will sell better? So where were you last night? The second floor office. That's where Shelley and Greta keep their important documents. What were you doing there? Solving a puzzle. I didn't want to see you there. Miss Christine. I'm supposed to take the word of a creature who always following you around. She doesn't even talk. Come on, don't look so pissed. I saw you perform opposite Dalton the other day. I know how good of an actor you are. You could tell me anything and it's unbelievable. But to tell you the truth, I don't even care how Shelley died. And I wouldn't tell the police even if you were involved. Heck, getting your name in the tabloids made even make the cops less suspicious. Tons of people read them, but no one believes a word they say. So, how would you cooperate a little? What's this puzzle you were solving in the office? Try to set a trap for Shelley? You're not worried that a murder occurred on the plate? Hey, this film's crew got no shortage of grudges and score to settle. And how else I am supposed to make a living? You think there's any money in being a camera assistant? Even as the answer might threaten everyone's lives. Huh, you sure can talk big. Then I must ask you to keep this a secret. Of course, the tabloids will pay good money for it, so why would I give away my own golden ticket? Lucian leans toward the camera assistant and whispers the hidden truth in his ear. The look in the assistant's eyes turns from excitement to terror. What? The fourth scream echoes through the warehouse. His notebook and pen falls to the ground. The other staff is cleaning up the scene. Look at the two of them disapprovingly, but only for a moment, until the terrifying messages reaches their ears. A catastrophe is about to hit the plate! Oh dear! Dramatic!
Move out. Watch the smoke and don't get separated.
Okay. Not 3 lanes, but 21. Well, yeah, 21. Let's get to it. Go, Blemmy. Clean those fools. Let's use Tippy.
Les acteurs ne sont que les marionnettes d'un scénario.
Ah! Missed it! Fuck! Uneasy designer. Afraid to face the camera? I don't know what the hell will happen.
Bring deep of the suffering of the deceased.
Yep, there we go.
My name.
Where the hell is Phantom? Oh, up there, down there.
Those will be your last one.
No, 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 no. Wow. Okay. So, not in camera inflicts nervous impairment. What? Enemy info. A designer who has missed his deadline. He flees when he finds that he has accidentally entered the shot. Take less physical arts damage from the front. Afraid to face the camera. Turns around if facing the camera in the filming area. Inflicts nervous impairment on blocker when blocked. Oh, so kill and don't block. Sounds not so bad at all. 21. There we go. Wait.
Hate. It's all you deserve.
Boom.
Je viens de l'ombre.
Go! Putage! Ah!
Я сражу монарха.
Okay. Wonderful.
不安の空気を醸し出す
Je suis avec toi.
Up. No, 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 no. Wait. Ah, damn it.
Hey, it's all you deserve.
Focus.
Okay, not so bad.
My name hasn't dot.
Well, it is bad. Fuck.
紛争こういったテーマの演目はあまりにも多すぎますね
6, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, go! Ah! Go, Lucien!
Voyez votre visage dans le miroir.
Eighteen, please.
I fled from the smoke.
Let's go. Yahoo! Nice.
My name hasn't dot.
ムービーな
頭蓋骨も
Nice.
きっと美しいのでしょうね
Mrs. Stone, is this true? We're heading straight toward the catastrophe. Even if we're outside of town, shouldn't we be getting warnings from wrankwood this city net? But haven't we gotten anything from the terminals? So all those times I lost signal weren't just my bad luck. Some sabotage sure comes. Enough with this baseless speculation. Baseless? I found a few strips of paper in your office. When you put them together, they form a catastrophe forecast from Tremont University and a storyboard. Sent it by you, Greta. What are you planning? Let me see that. No one told me about any of these new scenes. Aren't I supposed to be the director of photography? And why do we need to set up cameras at the edge of the plate? There aren't any sets out there. Wait, I get it. What the force, Greta? Ah! You planned all of this. Why did you hide it from us? Calm down, Abner. Maybe she just didn't have time to update you on the new schedule in the chaos following Shelly's death. You're still defending this lunatic. She wants to get the blaze close to the catastrophe to film it, putting all of her lives at risk. The first cameraman smashes his equipment to the ground. I had enough of this shit. I'm leaving this place now. As impulsive as ever, Abner. Real persuasive coming from a goddamn lunatic. How much of your own movie did you post into of your own money did you put into this to make up for the box office losses of that movie 5 years ago? You're counting on this one for your comeback after all those failed investments. So if this film flops, are you gonna use Dalton and Shelley accidents too, the same way you used that girl who fell to her death? Calm down, Abner. I see you have been closely following my career, but what about yours? How many films have you worked on in the last 3 years? This is the first, isn't it? Sloppy, short-tempered, unprofessional. Camera equipment is expensive. What other film crew would even give you a chance? You wouldn't even make it as a freelance event photographer. You want to leave? Fine by me. I'll even waive the contract penalty for all time's sake. But where do you think you can go, Abner? Doesn't matter. Worst comes to worst. What, you leave town? Change jobs? Spare all those poor camera lenses from your abuse? Say whatever you like, swear as many odds as you want. If that's really how you feel, why are you even here? So are you leaving or not? Abner does not pick up the equipment, nor does he leave. He stands unmoving in silence, caught between his life and his past. Have you calmed down? Look on the bright side. If we do finish this movie, maybe you'll win a few more awards for best cinematography. Feel free to reject me once the other offers start rolling in. Dream as big as you want, Greta. I stopped dreaming 5 years ago. Now, these latest 2 accidents have reminded some of us of the tragedy we have experienced together, and led others to be taken in by half through rumors. So I'd like to take this chance to lay everything out on the table for the sake of our cooperation on the rest of this project. Most of the crew here also worked with me 5 years ago, when an unfortunate accident occurred due to aging equipment. A young actress, Laura, was killed. Feel free to look about the police reports. Everything is out in the open. I have nothing to hide. But the only connection that the incident has to my decision to film a catastrophe is that it taught me a lesson. What we lack is not skill, it's courage. Of course, by no means I have disregarded your safety. Before the plate departed from Central Wrankwood, I visited expert catastrophologist at Tremont University. I obtained a detailed report and tested the data in the plane's navigational system multiple times. The studio plate will keep a safe distance from the catastrophe. Access to the emergency escape land boats will remain unrestricted. Any staff member who feels their life is in danger may use them at your own discretion. And I will be the last to leave this plate. If there are any further questions, if there are no further questions, dismissed. Not you, stay. Mrs. Stone, I want to apologize for telling everyone. No need to be anxious, I just wanted to know how you got the documents. Like I said, I did it myself. Don't lie to me, you have no talent for it and I have no time. I'm obliged to protect the identity of my informants. Disturbing the peace of the studio is a violation of the 2nd and 5th clauses of your contract. Would you like to see the outcome of that reflected in your bank account? But there are exceptions made under exceptional circumstances. Evolution. The attacker casts her gaze across the crowd and scattered equipment and sees him standing outside the chaos. The Fallen receives Greta cold gaze unperturbed and gives her a nod. You said Michael come to see you last night? Yeah, but we kept going after Shelly left, didn't we? We watched a Janice Kiangshi movie next. Wait, come to think of it, you did leave the room for a little while. Michael sent me a message on my terminal. He said he was waiting for me in the studio because he had some important questions. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have left in the middle of our movie night. Please don't be mad. I'm mad, alright. DP. I'm mad you didn't ask me to come with you. Huh? What if Michael tried to assault you? That sleazebag wouldn't know more than sorcerer's trying to hit him in the face. Or what if he was frustrated about the shoot getting interrupted and wanted to take it on you? You're like a magnet for bullies. Hey, I don't bully girls. Yeah, right, you're an asshole even to Marion, never mind other girls. Heh, or the kid sees right through you. I wanted to ask you to come, but he said I had to come alone. I have been a few film crews, I could guess it was some kind of prank, but I didn't want you to get caught up in it too. Molly, I've been in Wrankwood way longer than you have, and I know way more jobs. Next time you meet someone like that, just tell me and I'll help you think of a way to get back at them. Alright. Well, what now, detective? With Moira testimony, can I take it as being I have been cleared out of suspicion? Maybe it really was a coincidence that he ran into Shelly. We saw how she was when she left last night. And she wasn't all there, right? Yeah, maybe she was at her limit. But thank you for testifying on my behalf, Moira. I know it took courage. After all, Tip might be even more protective of you than your actual sister. Speaking of Wish, if she is still working as an actress, if she is as good as you, do you think you could give her number? Maybe I could give her land a role or two. Seriously, even after getting accused of murder. Come on, babe, I just tried to lighten the mood. Whatever, don't change the subject. You still haven't told me what you were looking for, Moira. Yeah, I wanna know too. I think I deserve to know, Michael. Moira, don't. You asked me if there was a way to sneak off the plate.
I thought I missed a few, but I guess that's a job well done.
An absurd morning. Absurd? No, do not give up your evaluation so hastily. This play is yet incomplete. Death shall grant the characters new life. Shall we leave it on a cliffhanger? Either this chapter or the next one, who is probably gonna be a full story one. So, let's do that one and we leave. Mr. Dalton, you really got the extra scene for me? And it's a wire stone to boot? How did you get Director Quaid to agree so easily when he wouldn't budge when I asked him? Greta personally recruited me as a lead actor. Steven wouldn't dare turn down my request. This is my first time in a while, Rick. I'll never forget this opportunity you gave me. Okay, I have to go prepare now. Sure, go on. Now you're acting all humble, might have even fooled me. If I didn't already know you were trying to get Steven to mess with my role behind my back. First time in a while, Rick, huh? Good to hear. Rookies should know their places. Now you'll be a good sport and take it, right? Even if you're left hanging for hours. Shelly, I just got another scene and I need the white rig. Can you prepare it for me? No. I know you're passionate about acting, but how many extra scenes is this now? Do you even realize how much you have screwed with the schedule I made for the entire crew? Do you feel even an ounce of guilt, princess? I'm not changing the entire schedule again because of you. This crew doesn't revolve around you. I'm sorry, Shelly. I'm not trying to increase your workload, honest. But Mr. Dalton said the director signed it off on it. Dalton did? Alright then. Thanks, Shelly. He was just telling me how you have no respect for your seniors on the field. No way he did this out of pure kindness. The white rig, huh? Hello, Laura! You look wonderful today. Not many actors will be so happy to do an aerial stunt. Well, I've never been so excited. This scene will be the only one in the movie that belongs entirely to me. I want to knock it out in the ballpark. Out of the ballpark. Well, aren't you just so adorable? Try not to get hurt, and if you're tired, you can always come find me in my room. I'll be there all night. Oh, Marion, have you come to touch up Michael's makeup? I have to go prepare. See you later. Yeah, see you in hell, bitch. Don't be angry with me, Mary. I look away for one moment and you're flirting with another woman. Are you tired of me already? You have been making eyes at her on the set too. If you like younger women that much, how would you let her do your makeup from now on? Please, babe, I'm serious about you. I won't talk to her from now, I swear. You swear? I swear. I'm familiar with your biceps by now, but this is an important time for your career. Don't screw it up and don't let me down. That Laura girl is a loud-mouthed show-off. I'm sure she's up to something. You can do better. Keep your distance from her. No talking to her and no physical contact. Even if she's dying right in front of you, that's none of your business. Got it? Babe? He can tell from Marion's eyes that she is not joking. Alright, I promise. Right, I promise. Is it still not my turn? What's going on? There's something on Mr. Dalton's end and everyone else says it's gone over. No one's giving orders now. Look, even we got a rookie still hanging up there. Oh, poor thing. He never struck me as the compassion type, trying to get her in bed. Hey, you know me. Let me go check on our poor little beauty. I promised Mary this morning that I wouldn't approach her, but I never said anything about her coming to me, right? Michael looks up and sees Laura's slender frame hanging in midair. Her dripping sweat has formed a small puddle on the floor. She is tired, but her eyes remain strong, thinking Michael's frivolous hurt. The wire rig is creaking. From experience, Michael can tell there's something wrong with it. However, all the better for me, yeah? She'll call for help when she realizes something's not right. I'll be her hero and have the perfect excuse for a little titty. Without breaking my promise to Mary, I'll let her hang a little longer. Why aren't you calling for help, Laura? I'm right here, you know. It's been hours and the rope's sounding increasingly off. Where did this equipment even come from? How could it be so ancient? Is that a crack around the belt? She has to have noticed that. No, I have to tell her. I have to. He walks forward, stepping in the puddle of sweat. The head of the limelight is chasing Laura to be home dehydrated. Michael will never understand her determination, her passion. It is as though she is denying everything he is. Michael turns around to find Marion standing in the far corner, gazing at him in the exhausted actress with cold eyes. Even if she's dying right in front of you, that's none of your business, got it? Michael strokes his orange ears and stops in his tracks. Well, it really is none of my business if she chooses to suffer. That's your first lesson, Laura. Never be too serious. Always put yourself first, even if you have to hurt others. That's the most important thing. The rope above his head is being stretched to its limit. You're still not going to call for help? Ah! Michael? What's going on? What were you thinking about? I came with you to the medical room for an explanation, not to watch you melt down. What did Moira mean when she said you wanted to leave the place? We have to get out of here, babe. Yep. You flirt, son of a bitch. You manslut. You could have saved her. Announcement. Victoria's famous Crimson Troop is here in Dermont for 3 days. Don't miss it. Tickets are first come, first served. I'll come back quickly. I'm back. I needed to refresh my mouth and throat a little bit. Yeah, it was starting to get a little dry and sour. It's the first time you have left the castle and traveled so far with the troop, isn't it? Are you nervous? I'm fine, master. The others are playing the leads. I'm just a very minor role, watching from the side in most of my scenes. When the true performance unfolds before your eyes, it's not easy to resist the urge to run. You have learned another lesson today, child. Police statement of the Dermont case. At this time, there is no evidence linking the case to the Kingston troop which passed through the area recently. The police has established a special task force to investigate. Aspire in Lupucarn, Lesainen. A splendid performance. You have finally made a breakthrough after your first performance as the lead. The tiny black crystal on your neck is almost perfectly hidden. The audience sees only the glamorous star, not infected, approaching death one step at a time. Your performance is increasingly mature, and your songs move the passions. There is virtually no stiffness, no pretentiousness. Are you complimenting me? Of course. Are you not going, or do you want to stay and take in the aftertaste of the stage? Aftertaste? You meant the taste of blood? Excuse me, mister, please let me through. I want to go home. I think the Crimson Troop can take her in. Take her in? She doesn't know that her home is gone. She doesn't know that some of the people before. She doesn't know that some of the people before her still have her family's blood on them. That is what we'd call a fateful encounter, is it not? As it was with you and the troop. Perhaps you should teach her yourself. Teach her how to blend in, how to embrace a new life, how to walk the path that you have. The show goes on, even once we have left the stage. Oh, you remember what it said? Yes, and there is no drama like life. The aesthetics of destiny are never bound by any medium. Mister? What do you think, Lucian? Have you decided? You're in a position to make a choice now, aren't you? Are you awake? What's the matter? What's the matter? The bitterness of obsession, your emotions. A challenge to the palate. I wouldn't say that, but your flashbacks have become increasingly frequent since we came to this plate. That means we're getting closer to him. You noticed the strangeness of that coordinator, as did you. Unfortunately, she was visited by tragedy before I could extract any more clues. You used that camera assistant to break the news of the catastrophe? It was too much of a coincidence for that document to show up when it did, the way it did. When once been in enough place, it's not hard to realize that such an obvious clue is bound to be a trigger. Dalton's death was only the beginning. The plot devices have been set and the developments foreshadowed. The curtain has been raised and it cannot be lowered again. And the author will not appear until the story reaches the climax. Only then can I kill him. Be careful, Lucian. I know. What I mean is, be careful of yourself. As I said, your emotions are filled with the bitterness of obsession. It's a dangerous thing. I apologize, Miss Kirsten. You will not have to endure it for long. An absurd morning.
戦場で歌うのってなんか新鮮。
There we go.
この地を守り抜く。
Ah, forgot about. They can be blocked. Ah.
みんなの力になれなかった。
A very absurd morning indeed.
Let me lead the way.
You are.
Les acteurs ne sont que les marionnettes d'un scénario.
Bruno. Enough.
You will feel my blade.
Boom. Slow and steady. And take another attack. That's the best part.
My katana knows its targets.
Fondons-nous dans la nuit.
The visibility is pretty good here.
Ha!
The fury of the forces.
What? Villains minion attacks it twice within sight of filming area and prioritize heroes. Attacks inflict nervous impairment. What do you mean heroes?
Ready to move. That person pretty fashionable.
Arts damage?
Les coupables seront punis.
My old man.
Ah, fucking sake. Eh.
I've been waiting to slay.
One more. Ah, maldito sea.
主の祝福があらんこと。
Smoke screen deployed. Retreat.
Damn
We'll
it.
find another chance later.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! Okay, Cheto, I know this in Cheto, so maybe someone. Courier? I haven't used him in a while.
Je ferai ce que vous me demanderez.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Les coupables seront punis.
Yep.
I slept from the smoke.
Clean.
My
Okay.
hasn't dot.
I don't think I have a blogger for when that one comes here. Yeah, I have.
平和的に解決できるといいですね。
Heroes, what do you mean heroes?
I've been
Fuck you.
反抗するイスラを叩き切ってくれるわ。
始まるよ。
My
Nice.
hasn't dot.
Dude! What do you mean with heroes?
Especially with Smoke. If we can take him down,
60!
this will
60!
take him out.
60! Nice. Okay, Pascual can hit herself and she's a chain. Chain? Oh no, multi-target. She's an AoE. I thought she was a chain caster. I mean, chain
Pretty good
healer.
kill.
Relax. Your operators have been good to me. I still have what? Worried I'm not healing them right?
Hmm. Wonderful. Hero's sidekick. Attacks have increased range when inside the filming area and prioritize villains. Reverse attacks inflict nervous impairment. Okay, so they are gonna fight between themselves.
Ready to move.
So,
I'm here. Come one, slay one. Come 1,000, slay all.
ah! What's with heroes and villains?
彼らの
What? Esse uma venenoso? Ayer no te matarán. O si que deja de quitarte de una vez.
反抗するイスラを叩き切ってくれるわ。
Amazing.
Mission accomplished.
Last night wasn't the first time Michael's come looking for you, was it? You haven't been in wrankwood for long, and you're certainly not the type who would have meddled with something so far outside the scope of your duties if he hadn't been pestering you. He came to me today after Dalton died, and I took over the probe team. He wanted to leave without going through the normal process and without anyone noticing. without like telling Mrs. Stone or going through the contract cancellation and exit procedures. But he's the lead actor. Someone was bound to find out, and he'd have to pay the contract penalty anyway, unless something here scared him more than paying the penalty. He said since the prop team had access to all the tools and was familiar with the structure as they played, he wondered if you could think of a way. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you could, but Michael's not done with his scenes yet. If he really got away and Mrs. Stone found out what you helped him, she wouldn't let you off the hook easily. She could even end your career in wrankwood. What would your sister think? My sister? Didn't you say the rest of your family was against you coming to wrankwood, and she's the only one who cheered you on? You have to make it, and not just to prove your family wrong. I just don't want to disappoint my sister. I want her to be happy for me. So don't be mad, Tippy. Please. I'm just mad that you were hiding stuff from me. I know you never agreed to Michael's demands. You just didn't know how to refuse him. I can help with that. Alright, Tippy. I never seen you so angry. Should we watch a movie together? Sure. You want to sneak off the plate with me? Yeah, babe. But we'll spend some quality time here and we can go and pack up right away. Even if that prop girl really does find a way for you to circumvent the exit procedures, how do you expect to avoid the penalty for breaching your contract? Shooting isn't over yet, and you know Greta. She'll make you pay an arm and a leg. Who cares about some stupid contract when there's a killer on the loose? Dalton's dead, Shell is dead. How long do you think it will be before you and I are next? We both watched it and did nothing when Laura died 5 years ago. Whether the killer is her lover, her dad, or some self-righteous vigilante, he's clearly after everyone who was involved. He wants us to repent and pay for what we did. I can't take you away from this awful place, babe. We have our whole future ahead of us. How romantic of you. But since when has your love been so deep? What? So even when you were winking at Melanie and flirting with Anna from stage design and Myla from logistics, you're telling me you were seriously thinking about spending the rest of your life with me? Does that matter right now? Of course it does. I'm not going, Michael. And neither are you. You know how hard it was to get you a lead role on one of Greta's films? And not just one, but 3 at once. That's right, and you'll be a bona fide wrankwood movie star. There will be another chance. Look at me, Michael. Your costume in The Death of Lady Dupont is even more exquisite and eye-catching than Melanie's, the title character. Your perfume, what you wore the fashion week. I bought all of that with my own money. Even took 5 years until that let you pass as a bulldog came from me. Without me, the public will find out that this Michael product suddenly doesn't seem so shiny anymore. We have been together for 5 years. I gave up everything for you. I have spent so much of my savings and I'm not getting any younger. I can't afford to wait for another chance. I love you, Michael, so don't let me down. You love me? You were glad when Melanie publicly revealed our relationship the day Dalton died, weren't you? To everyone else, I'm the troublemaking playboy, while you're the poor, suffering girlfriend who gave everything only to get nothing in return but mockery. How very sympathetic, huh? And what part of that is a lie? You said it yourself. You're just investing in a product. Investments cost money. You'd have invested in Dalton instead, wouldn't you, if he had become a hopeless drunk? You're just a parasite looking for a host, Marion. This is stupid, and I am stupid too. Well, I guess that is for us. You can stay if you want. I'm out of here. Oh, and here's a tip. If you're looking for your next investment, try that pretty boy illusion. He caught entire crew attention his first time in front of a camera. He's the real deal. The only walk out of here, I'm reporting you to Greta. You call her the lunatic. Are you not afraid of the killer? And why should I be? 5 years ago, I didn't even know why Laura fell to her death until later. You were the one who watched it and did nothing, not me. You. What are you looking at, Michael? Rage overcomes the wolf like a tidal wave. He sees a fire axe in a corner of the makeup room and clenches his fist. Ah! Why would you go down into the power deck? Sure, there were mannequins all over the surface, but there had to be a better plan, right, Molly? I agree. There's nowhere to run from the raid in the tight spaces of a nomadic city's underground structure. In the end, it found them one by one and hung them from the dogs to await a slow death, deathless darkness. How direct. I went to one of the cast interviews, and they said it was inspired by the rituals of a certain Colombian wasteland tribes. Something about atonement and judgment. How fitting. Well, how they got there was kinda dumb, but I like the segment in the power deck. Why? Because it was all shot on location. Rumor has it that they ran out of cash, so they snuck into another film studio plate and finished their shooting there. Exciting, right? Wait, but I haven't seen this movie in theaters. How do I remember any of these scenes? Because we're watching a copy of the original reel that was sent to the rating agencies. How did you even get your hands on something like that? It's like a basic skill for a 2-horror fan. You're hiding something, TP. You know so much about the industry and all the ins and outs on wrankwood. How does a background painter get so much insider knowledge? How can you do this to me, Molly? I share my super secret treasure with you, hoping to make you happy, and all I get is an interrogation? Missed. Oh, don't cry. I won't ask anymore, right? Let's just focus on the movie, so stop looking away from the screen. You noticed. Sorry. There just has been so much going on with the film crew lately. I'm a little nervous. Don't worry, I'm here for you, girl. You sure are. Feeling better now? Oh, so cute together. You should come to Rhodes Island. Okay, listen up, Molly. No matter who I am, one thing's for sure. I'm your best friend on this crew. So if there's a killer on the loose, I'll protect you. And if work's not going well, we can do it together. We'll make our names as wrankwood Golden Horror Duo. Tippy the spray painter and Moira the prop maker. And when we are really close, I'll take you to meet my family. Oh, you're making your move already. I don't know if you'll be scared or surprised. Well, then I'll introduce you to my sister too. We'll share stories of wrankwood while she peels us apples. She can peel one without breaking the skin in under half a minute. I know you love her. Now there's an offer I can refuse. The whole TV lights up both the darkened room and their faces. Terrifying sounds echo throughout, but take nothing away from their smiles. They cuddle up against one another, fighting their fear with a much more familiar fear, and dreaming of the future of their beaten friendship. It is a rare, quiet evening. Why is the set so dark? I should have asked Moria. She's always here early. She knows where else the switches are. The problem isn't that far, is it? Have I been going around in circles? Something doesn't seem right. Huh? Am I hearing things? The sound of water dripping echoes through the empty set as though answering Haunting's question. But such a response serves only to increase her confusion and fear. She knows there are no water pipes above her, but the sound she's hearing is definitely coming from nearby. Who's there? Is this another one of those stupid pranks you load of me over drinks after work for? Come out now, I won't hold it against you. Oh, don't tell me Moira's on it too. She's a kid. Who could you make here? Ah! Houghton falls backwards to the ground. Only then does she realize that she is wearing a flashlight on her belt, which she barely has time to load at herself before she smells a strong, sweet scent accompanied by a tang of iron. Frightened, she stands up and turns on her flashlight. What the The two of them! A breeze sways the ropes. Hanging down from them are two familiar and strangely quiet figures. Yeah, strangely quiet is appropriate and extremely appropriate things to say to them. The two lovers, Michael and Marion, subject of much of the crew's gossip, have made their deaths with their backs against each other. Through the fanlight, hot and seated faces, their expression, the way they sway through the air, onto dancing specks of dust. It is indescribably eerie and somehow sacred. She remembers what Tippy said when she joined one of her movie sessions. In her rituals of certain Colombian wasteland tribes, hanging represents both judgment of the dead and warning for the living. Until the scorching sun cracks their corpses open, until all believe they deserve their punishment, until the ropes can no longer bear the weight of their sin. Bah. Hand! Somebody! Anybody! The lucky stagehand runs outside. As she does, a thought flashes through her mind. What an absurd morning. The futility of life has no purpose, and just you saw it hanging from above you. Focus. The role I penned shall be engraved in memory. Psst, hey, you saw Michael and Marion bodies too, right? Dude, don't remind me, I've been trying to forget. It was freaking terrifying. My hand's still shaking so much, I don't think I can hold the bomb mic. You're still worried about work? And there's an actual killer on set right now. So let's skedaddle? You want to run? Did you already forgot how Michael and Marion ended up like that? Michael even had his suitcase right under him. I heard he had been packed and ready to go for quite a while, and found himself a secret passage to live through. And he still was murdered right before he left the plate. No way that killer's gonna let any of us live. It's just like the plot of Jack the Liver Reaper. Ayakalo, maybe? This set is now his hunting ground, and any one of us could very well be his prey. Abner, how long has this been since you inspected your chest, right? Look, there's a bunch of lost screws on your mechanical arm. Well, let's sleep, and the camera's gonna be shards of glass all over the floor. If it breaks, it breaks. At least let me take a look at your camera lens then. I'm good. I'm your assistant, you know. Don't think I don't see what you're actually up to. You best stay away from me, kiddo. Dalton's death was no accident, right? The same goes for Chelly, Michael, and Marion. There's no way the victims were chosen at random. All of them were involved in that incident 5 years ago. You should be working for one of those gossip racks, not behind the camera. Who said they were mutually exclusive? Reporters make more doubt to it. Anyway, Abner, my good man, you were there 5 years ago, right? Come on, you can tell me. Not like we have been doing anything else today. Yes, Rutherford, you have no lines in this scene. Then do you suppose I could simply stay in my room researching which exact foundation shade Lady Dupont should be wearing before she dies? That will be decided after we finish the climatic scenes at the end, which are still... I'm sorry. So that god of yours is running tardy. But I'm in no mood to blame your god right now, my dear. Were we not so far from the city, a major incident like this would have the wrankwood police looking down the plate and crawling all over our set. And naturally, the shooting will be suspended. Not to say that our current situation is any better. Steven, I'm starting to worry that my investment in this project will come to nothing. How much do you regret and know about what's transpired these past few days that I don't? Oh, this is what you two were. So where's the producer? Greta owes us an explanation. Whispers abound. Gossip permeates the set, with not a single soul at work. 3 homicides and 4 victims. The spate of murders has everyone overcome with fear, anger, confusion, and shock. The whole film crew is on the verge of losing control. The glamour sends even her own heart into mess. She hates the feeling. Greta struts right into the center of the studio and switches on the brightest bulb. The person light stuns everyone into silence, and everyone's attention fixes on her. She takes a deep breath. I have some announcements to make, everyone. I have never received any training as an actor, so you might have come closer to hear me. You'll want to check your personal wrankwood finals and terminals in a few minutes. I have instructed finance to send out everyone's remaining wages. Of course, the families of Dalton, Shelley, Michael, and Marion will also receive compensation for their losses, which I will handle personally later. Yes, the death of Lady DuPont has yet to conclude filming, and your contracts are still valid, so none of this should even be necessary. But I can count on one hand how many of you are still in the mood to work. This is unlike you, Greta. We have simply run into a few considerable hiccups, but this is no time to throw in the towel. Or has this experience made our producer lose confidence in the quality of the film? Throw in the towel? You're even thinking it, darling. I never once doubted my own judgment, much less considered abandoning the project. Then why are you? I'd like you to gather round for a story, everyone. Hey, kid. Me, Mrs. Stone? Take out your pen recorder, notebook, shorthand terminal, whatever. Then sit down and listen. But what do you mean? I have seen you sneaking around with those toys, and I don't appreciate it. But feel free to record everything I'm about to say. Take it to 3 Months Entertainment Weekly, or Wrankwood Coffee Time, or Person's Magazine. I don't care. As long as you get the story out, I won't hold you accountable later. See it as a reward or a punishment, it doesn't matter to me. I take it everyone here is familiar with the Wrankwood Academy Awards. The Best Newcomer Award. Every year, countless students of film and television schools, as well as amateur film buffs, submit their entries in a bid to prove how much they understand the creations and the market. They crave for their work to be chosen, because even the lowest award still implies their film is up to Wrankwood standards. And a certain Fidia was no exception. She believed herself to be an author with both the brains and the will to realize her dreams. She was certain she would one day stay in Wrankwood's red carpet, even if she had to temporarily settle for life in a cramped rental. So she waited for the very best story and the very best partners. Then she put together a crew and brought the story to life. Submitted it. But this no-name newcomer craved success too much, not to mention the pressure of living up to the expectations of her companions. As the voting period was ending, her obsession intensified, along with her doubts about the quality of the work she had submitted. She could not rationalize her strange thoughts. She begged her both friends and family, and raised a large sum. Large for her, at least, before knocking on the judge's doors. Why does this sound so familiar? On the very day of the Academy Awards, the committee publicized what the Fidia has done, and in so doing proved Wrankwood professionalism and purity to the whole of Terra. And so she was disqualified. Her crew cut all ties with her, and she lost everything she had. Now I remember. It was so ironic, because the Academy later revealed that the work had actually won by votes anyway, the most recognized by the jury. Afterward, she spent a decade exhausting every option to re-enter Wrankwood, and slowly made some achievements on her own. Of course, she changed her name as well to Greta Stone. So, Melanie, now you know what an absolute fool I am. I went out of my way to provoke fate into playing a joke on me. Fortunately, that preposterous experience has taught me one thing. I should never doubt myself. I will always believe in my own judgment, and never give up on anything I attempt. Ha! You're more of a character than I took you for. Wait, give me a second. So truth be told, I always thought that infallible persona of yours was just a front to intimidate others. Come on, Greta. So what's the sudden backstory for? You're trying to win our sympathy? Dead people in here and a catastrophe out there. You think we still want to put our lives on the line just for you, after all that's happened? I know you still hold it against me, Abner. Ever since 5 years ago. How could I? I mean, I was awarded Best Cinematography that year thanks to those classic shots from that film. It's the highest honor any cinematographer could ever dream of. And you gave it to me. But what about after that? You hit the peak of your career, then fell into despair. In just 6 months, no one dared put you behind the cameras. You used to love your cameras so much, but now you treat them like empty potato chip bags. Before you joined the crew for the death of Lady DuPont, you haven't lost your decades-old partner at the casino, yes? You hate that fine from 5 years ago. You hate the shot that won you the award, and you hate me for making you keep it. You bet I do. My camera captured that loud as gears fall, and when I saw how you reacted, I knew then and there that you had zero good intentions. I warned you again and again, but you insisted on keeping that shot in the final cut. The more I think back to how the jury commented on that shoot realism and shock value, the more I want to laugh. Film is the art of creating dreams. Cameras are the eyes to see the dreams and the hands that turn fantasy into reality. When you insulted the girl's memory, you insulted me. Now I hate this damn thing I'm holding and I hate my work. You get it now? If you really think so, then put it down, Abner. What? I'm sorry, we have the rail. Now, to get back on topic, after confirming you have received your compensation, any of you may leave this production at any time. Would you rather flee this dangerous place? By all means. Scared of the serial killer and wish to find somewhere to hide? Go ahead. Feel like playing detective for whatever reason? Knock yourself out. Even if you're the murderer yourself, and I'm willing to give up on your vengeance, you have my blessing. We have already filmed most of the death of Lady Bond, with only a few climatic scenes to cover in the last 2 days of our schedule. Who knows, maybe we can even finish it with those willing to stay. As for who will work the camera, I will take Abner's place myself. Melanie, you do realize I can hardly find a last minute stand-in for Lady Bond herself, yes? You know I don't have a choice. I'm still counting on this film to beat Marianne. Even a catastrophe cloud can have a silver lining. Marianne retired from cinema years ago, and never understand why you're so obsessed with her. That's none of your business. But let me be frank, you won't get to demand special treatment as the female lead or insist on those rules of the film set you love so much once everyone else has evacuated. Steven, I know, I'll fix the ending by tonight. I believe in my decision to invest in this story, darling, and I believe you have collected enough inspiration over the past few days. Catastrophe draws near and death is right before our eyes. Surely your good loves material like that. Alright, thank you for your time, people, and I wish you well in your future endeavors. That's all from me. Well, it's not a cliffhanger, but it is a plain. What's the name? A rest on the narrative to leave it like that, and not leave it like a cliffhanger. It might be not so exciting to come back, but it's almost been 3 hours, so I'm gonna leave it at here. And that's it. And about the stages from the vector breakthrough, I'm gonna do it by myself. So like, I don't know, chilling, watching a movie, or putting a movie on the other screen, something. But yeah, let's continue this maybe Monday. No, wait, tomorrow. Tomorrow let's do Gears Online, the story for Florence. Then Tuesday to continue the story. Okay? Then, I'll see you there. Thank you for coming, thank you for watching, and I hope you come back next time. I have been Equinox Eterna, and I say goodbye. Such a dramatic tone to end this stream. What? Why am I? Well, 3 hours of streaming. I'm starting to blur things, but